Hello, everyone. Welcome and happy Tuesday. I am Rissa with the amazing Swagger Magazine, and this is WGO. What's going on? And today, I'm excited. I'm so excited, guys, to introduce our guest. Let me tell you a little bit about her before you guys get to hear her lovely voice today. She's a career coach. She's a public speaker, professional development and diversity trainer, and she's also an author of the number one new release book on Amazon, and it's called Shut 'Em Down. And Black Women, Racism in Corporate America. Please help me welcome Dr. Tara. Hi, Dr. Tara.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you for being on. I'm so excited to just sit and talk with you today. How have you been?
Doing well. Enjoying the cooler weather, but not too cool that I have to put on a jacket. But it's nice in the 80s.
Okay, so now where are you at?
Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh yeah, much cooler there. I'm in Louisiana, so we're not very cool here, but it's not as hot as it has been. But it's okay. But Arkansas is a great place besides tornadoes.
That is true. That is very
Yeah,
true.
yeah. I'm from the Memphis area, so I'm used to all of that. That's how we grew up. And when I moved to Slidell, it was more hurricanes that they worry about. And when in
Yes,
Memphis, we worried about tornadoes. So different places you go, they worry about different aspects of the weather, and that's
that is true.
yeah, that is so true. So we're excited to have you today. We're going to jump in and just get to talking, guys. If you're on here and you want to make some comments, so just say hey to us. Just say hi because we will be glad to just hear your voice or hear anything you would like to say or share. Or I tell you what, Dr. Tara probably will not mind if you just drill her with some questions either.
Absolutely.
So, right off the bat, you are a motivator. Just reading everything about you, your website and your bio and everything, you are purely a motivator, Dr. Tara, and especially to women that I noticed. So, can you give us one way that you would encourage women to move past their failures?
Yes, great question. Motivator is not a word that I take lightly. It definitely didn't follow me throughout my career, but I'm thankful that I grew into that. And so, what I found when you think about being motivated and to keep going, it's really about understanding who you are, and listening to your inner voice. We all have goals, we all have dreams, we all have aspirations of things that we want to do. However, we can no longer, nor should we, depend on others to
Mhm.
motivate us to do that. And so the motivation starts within. It starts with self reflection of who it is you really want to be
Mhm.
and what type of work it is you really want to do.
Okay. Wow. When you say it starts within, that's very good because a lot of people don't realize that a lot of things that we want to do in life, it just starts within us. And that's something that I have realized, and I love that. If I don't believe in myself, then who's going to believe in me? That's a big thing. So
Yes.
I love that. Yes. So guys, oh, we have, oh, Carlos says sound not be clear. Oh, okay. I'm hoping you can hear us now, Carla. I apologize about that. So your new book. So excited about that. I know that's probably like your baby, and everything. So what
Yes.
inspired you to write this book? Because it has such a powerful topic. Shut them down. So
Mhm.
can you tell us a little bit about it? What inspired you to write this, and where did it come from?
Yeah, so the visionary for Shut 'Em Down, because it came out in 2020, was Dr. Carrie Yazid, and she brought together 20 amazing women plus some experts to really share their stories about racism, about abuse, about trauma that we experienced in those four walls of corporate America.
Mhm.
Everyone's story is different. It didn't all start or end with a white man or white woman. In many
Right.
cases, particularly my own, it's people who look like us.
Exactly.
whether that's a Black female or a Black man. And so I was so fortunate to be selected as one of those contributing authors for that anthology. And it was really timely. Had been in corporate America for 15 plus years. And during that time of COVID, my position was eliminated. And so it wasn't by choice, it was by force. And being able to really capture the essence of that experience at that time was meant a lot to me, but it also
Mhm.
allowed me to release a lot during that time.
Mhm. Very nice. I know that with that being said, I know that life gets hard sometimes and it can be very discouraging to us sometimes. And sometimes people just don't know how to deal with that or how to take that, Dr. Tara. What keeps you motivated? What keeps you going? And can you give us maybe some advice to some of the ladies out there that might need to know something that'll keep them motivated or keep them going?
Yes, so one is my faith. And so with faith, there's a commitment and there's no compromise to what it is that you're really pursuing, because it was not my idea. I had no idea that when my position was eliminated that I would have this opportunity, but I knew that it was more for me to do. And really that started my journey of being an author, and also really just expounding on what I love to do, which is writing. And
Hmm.
so for women who are, whether they're in corporate America or in a different industry,
Hmm.
it's about really finding your person that you can really confide in. And that doesn't mean that they're in those four walls. It could be someone in a totally different industry. It could be a family,
Right.
it could be a friend, it could be a mentor or a sponsor. But having real conversations about what it is that you are missing, that you are experiencing, and that you are truly really looking for in the work that you do. Being really committed to who you are is where it starts. Understanding why you are doing the work that you're doing, but also why it is that you're wanting to make the move now is really important. Because you
Hmm.
find that we've been doing work for 5, 10, 20 years, and then all of a
Hmm.
sudden, I want to do something different. But what
Yes.
has triggered this something different? And
Right.
really, when you really dissect it and understand why you're willing to move or wanting to, that's when the journey really starts. When we're
Hmm.
real about what it is where we've come from and where it is that we want to go. So it's really, I say, it starts with your faith and knowing who you truly are, what it is that you want to do, and then making a plan to go forward.
Yeah, making that plan. I tell you that is something. But starting with your faith is a great thing because a lot of times we'll think that we want to do something, but we might not even have faith in it our own self. We might not believe in it our own self, and that's very important. And it piggybacks to what we were talking about before, just believing in yourself
Mhm.
and knowing who you are and what you want to accomplish. But that's great what you said about how to keep yourself motivated with your faith and just knowing who you are and knowing what you want to accomplish in life, guys. I know it's hard out there sometimes, and trust me, it's easier said than done, but like she said, that faith is what keeps us going because we all get discouraged. That's just it's part of life, and it's nothing we can do about it. But I mean, except for try to find the positivity in it, try to find the positive in the things that discourage us. So that was
Yes.
great advice. Thank you, Dr. Tara. So, with that being said, and we were just talking about, getting discouraged and things that motivate you in life. We all know that we have failures in life,
Oh, yes.
each and every one of us. Yes, we can't, it's no way around it in life. We're going to have failures. But I do realize, and I know everyone out there can agree with me when I say that we definitely can learn from our failures and they can be life lessons. So, with that being said, what is your biggest failure, and how did it shape your life to be who you are today?
That is such an interesting question, because even listening to you read my bio, with
Yes.
being in corporate America, with being an entrepreneur, with being a mother, with being an author, I failed in all of those in some form or
Yes.
fashion. I haven't been perfect in any of those areas. And I can't say that one is bigger than the other, But with
Mhm.
failure, what I've learned, and again, I didn't start in this place. I've grown into this place that with failure, I'm looking to find out what was the lesson in the failure. You know,
Okay.
many times, even coming out of COVID, and during that time of position elimination, I know that I've applied to 40 plus positions,
Mm.
and before I can even, almost go to bed at night of clicking submit to apply, I
Mhm.
was receiving a regret to inform.
Right,
And
right,
so you could take that as failure, or you can take that as I'm meant to do more than what I'm seeing on the surface.
right.
And so failure for me has really been a learning experience. It has really evolved my mindset to
Mhm.
understand that this wasn't my time, but
Oh,
that means my time is coming.
okay. Very nice. Guys, I don't know if you can relate to that, but she just took her failure. She didn't look at it as failure, but more it's like it's not your time, but something better is coming. More like the saying, when one door closes, another one opens. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's a great way to look at it and a great way to think about it. So, guys, if you're out there and you're getting discouraged, take this advice from Dr. Tara, and you know that there is greater on the other side. So don't get
It is
discouraged.
not easy. It is not easy. Trust
Mhm.
me.
I know, and I know so many people out there can agree to that. It's definitely not. But on your website, I noticed that you offer services. What type of services do you offer?
I thank you. Thank you for one taking a look at that. So I offer a plethora of different services. One, I'm committed to women who are in corporate America, who've been in corporate America for 6 or 7 plus years, who are ready to make the decision to go up in the organization or out to a new opportunity. Mainly because I have sat in their seats, I've walked in their shoes, I've been in those conference and boardrooms with them to
Mhm.
know that you don't want it to be by force. You want to be the person to initiate it by choice. And so I do career coaching for women. I've been so blessed and really fortunate to connect with the women that I've been able to work with over the past 2 years. In addition to that, quite honestly, the other services really fell in my lap. Because of those connections that I made in corporate America and when I taught in higher education, is really where I started to be able to get out and speak on platforms. And so was able to do professional development, which I offer to corporations and to colleges and universities as it relates to professional development for their staff. Or their teams, from DEI to just general professional development training. But also in that providing, because my background is HR, which was my first love in corporate America, I also do HR consulting as needed. So if they're, whether it's something small with really reviewing and pulling to, helping an organization that's starting from the ground up with their handbooks, to really helping them with strategy to make sure that their goals and mission and vision are aligned.
Mhm.
Those are the types of services that I provide.
Oh, those are some really nice services. So, guys, if you're out there and you need career coaching or anything like that, that would be great for Dr. Tara to do, and I'm sure you would enjoy the services. What is your website, Dr. Tara, for those who might be looking or listening?
Yes, thank you. drtaraspeaks.com.
DrTaraSpeaks.com. Head on over there, guys, and just check it out. Now, I think I saw on there that you do consultations. You'll
Yes.
give them, yes. So if you have,
And so the consults are free. Absolutely. So you set up time.
I thought
It's
I
just a
saw
time.
that, but I didn't want to say it.
It is. It's totally free. It's our time to really get to, for me, really to get to know who you are, what you're looking for, because I don't take it lightly that every coach is not for everybody. And so I
Mhm.
think that there's some value in having some conversation about what it is that you're truly seeking in
Right.
your career coaching journey, or if it's for HR consulting. But
Mhm.
as far as speaking engagements, they can respond directly to me.
Okay, yeah, guys, look at that. Because sometimes we might think we want to head in one direction, and after talking to you, we might see something totally different. Been there, done that. I remember when I first started out, I was like, I'm not quite sure what I want to do or how I want to do this. So just having someone to talk to, a professional that can help lead you and guide you guys, don't hesitate. Head on over to that website. And what's that website again, Dr. Tara?
drtaraspeaks.com.
drtaraspeaks.com, guys. Get on there and just check her out, guys. So we all know the saying, like we were just saying, that talk is cheap, right? Everybody say here has heard that saying here and there, talk is cheap. Well, it says that you help leaders move beyond their conversation to take action. So how exactly do you do that? Because talk is cheap.
Absolutely, it is. And the thing about leadership is, for me, what I've learned in that time in corporate America, that a great leader by the number of team members who have moved on. They've been able to develop them. They've been able to coach them into bigger and better roles than where they came from. And so when you think about you taking leaders, it's really about shifting their mindset of just showing up as a person who delegates, a person who, leads this meeting. It's about showing up and really developing those individuals to be better than you are. Many times, particularly when I started off in corporate America in those early 90s, everyone's fighting for this title. I was bound by titles in my career of trying to, it's a competition or trying to beat the next person to the next role. But once you truly tap into leadership, it's about the impact that you're having on those individuals at that time, but it's also helping them to shine brighter than you are. And so that's what I do when I spend time with leaders, to really share with them tips, tools, and resources on how to really shift their mindset to really grow their team to be better than where they are today.
Yeah, and shifting your mindset is a big deal. I've learned that in a few classes that I've taken before. Once your mindset is shifted and you're ready and you can do and you're thinking in a more positive way, then a lot can be done. And that's I can see that's one of the ways how you can get the talk into action. So
Yes, we need some results. We need to really see the outcome. Give me some
yes,
numbers, some data.
yes, exactly. So, what is your two most important roles in life?
Oh my goodness, motherhood is number one.
Ah,
Absolutely,
yeah.
and that's called out on my website as well. Being a mother, it changes your perspective when you become one. After all the headaches you've given your own, you
Yes.
really truly understand the calling that mothers have and the impact that you have on not only your child's life, but those who are around or connected to them or with them. And so definitely motherhood. And I would say the other one is really just being authentic in who I am and showing up that way, regardless of the situation, the conversation, the platform.
Mhm.
My story is my story, and that's what I'm walking into. But that's also what I step into the front of the room to share.
Yeah, your story is your story. I love that. Yeah, and I would agree with you when you say that one of the most important roles in life is just being a mom. Just and those who have experienced motherhood, they know that there's nothing else you can take to replace that, the joy of that. It's a just a beautiful feeling. And some who have, I mean, more than one or whatever, it just doesn't matter. Just being that mom is
Yeah,
just it's a great thing. So, and then the other one you said is staying true to yourself, being
absolutely.
authentic. Yes. So I think that a lot of people sometime in life we do get sidetracked, and I'm glad that you said that, because sometimes we get sidetracked with who we are or who we're trying to be, because we try to be something that the world wants us to be, or someone else would like to see us as an image in their eyes, but it's not who the truly person that we are. So being authentic and true to yourself is a very strong statement, and it's very well said. I mean, if you on here and you're listening and you take nothing else from this interview, but being authentic and true to yourself is very important. And I love the way you put that, Dr. Tara.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. You know what? And I found that because when my coaching sessions with women, one I mentioned earlier, many times we're bound by titles. It's
Hmm.
really difficult at times to separate the work that you do from who you are. And
Yes.
it,
Uh-huh.
it, it takes time to do that. And I think that, with the right mentor, with the right sponsor, or with the right coach, that's
Mhm.
really where the change comes, because you realize that you were meant to do so much more than what you're
Mhm.
showing up to do from 9 to 5.
Wow. Yeah, that's very strong, because a lot of people, that's what they do in life every day. They wake up, they go to work,
Mhm.
um, they work and they come home, and that's it. And a
Yes.
lot of people come complacent, bored, just not happy with themselves because
Yes.
they're, like you said, it's so much more that they're meant to do in life. And that's where you come in. They can get on your website and just talk to you.
Yes, they can.
You guys, you hear that? Sometimes you just never know the miracles you can get from just watching a simple interview on Facebook, and where it can come in and just change your life, guys. So if you're having any type of doubt, or sometimes we'll see things on TV or Facebook or whatever, and they're like, maybe I should go on that that website and just contact them, but maybe not. You know how that goes, and they're doubting themselves. But if you are, don't hesitate. Just get on there and contact Dr. Tara, and let's just figure out some things that you might want to do in life, or where you're headed, and you might need some coaching or whatever. So you might want to be a public speaker out there. You might have this urge in you that you just want to talk to people or whatever. So get on over there and let's talk with this wonderful lady, this inspiring lady. Dr. Tara, you are on Instagram and Facebook. Where can they find you on those, and what are your handles?
Yes, absolutely. I am Dr. Tar across all social media platforms. So that's
Okay.
Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
I am Dr. Tara. Okay, that's her social media platforms, and the website is www.drtaraspeaks.com,
Correct.
and you can find her there as well. Would you like to share anything else with us today, Dr. Tara?
Yes, I would be remiss if I didn't mention my new project, Scripting with Scriptures. It is a handwriting book for children ages 4 to 8. It
Nice.
is true to really I guess it's my newest project, but it's truly a part of me and part of my heartbeat, because it was really a vision that I was able to put into play based on my parents, my grandmother, and my daughter. And so, with scripture and scripting with scriptures, children are able to learn how to write their alphabet by using visuals, but also learning a daily scripture with each letter. And
Okay.
so, it is on Amazon now, or you can go to my website and purchase it. But
Mm.
definitely, I would love for you all to take a peek. Even if you don't have children ages 4 through 8, you may have grandchildren, nieces, nephews,
Mhm.
or, or a Christian learning center, and want to
Mhm.
incorporate it into your curriculum.
Oh wow, that's really nice. That seems like something that the kids can really use. So it's ages 4 through 8 that can use it,
Yes.
and they can write down their daily scriptures as they're reading
Yeah, so they can
different.
learn their daily scripture while they're learning to write their alphabet, and it also has a visual connection as well.
Right, right. That's lovely. That's a great idea. Where did you come up with that one, Dr. Tar?
My mother has always had scriptures for all of the grandchildren,
Uh
and
huh.
so they would learn scripture. I grew up learning scripture as
Hmm.
well. But what I found is that she started making little booklets
Hmm.
particularly for the grandchildren, and they couldn't read or write, but it was interesting that they could memorize scripture.
Oh
And
yeah. Oh
so
yeah.
I saw the books quite honestly, during COVID, and it was just a God moment, to be quite honest. I was sitting at
Yeah.
my desk working, and I was like, what if they could just learn scripture while they were learning how to write?
Right. Right.
It truly was birthed that way. It was a 2-year project in the making. A lot of failures, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of rewrites, reformatting, and it came out at the time that it was should have come out. And so I am definitely pleased I was able to roll it out in August, my birth month. And
Mhm.
I just hope that this book is able to bless children here and afar.
Oh, I'm sure it will. I'm definitely sure it will. Guys, I'm definitely going to purchase one for my little granddaughter. She's only 2, but she'll get into it real.
She will. I hope she will enjoy it.
Yes, and you know they move so fast these
Yes,
days. It's
they
like
do.
they're 2, but they're like they're 4. So, and I'm
Absolutely.
like, I never did those type of things. My children didn't do those type of things at that age. So they're definitely moving a lot faster. But
Yeah.
I cannot let you go without asking you, what is a self-proclaimed popcorn connoisseur?
I don't know that anyone's ever asked for clarity of that.
I'm a
I
little bit.
love popcorn. I try to taste or try new popcorn, regardless of where I am, whether I'm traveling. Many times I get suggestions or recommendations, but that is my go-to snack. And so definitely, I've tried some wild flavors in my time, but
Yeah.
that is my theme.
Okay. Oh, all right. So, like, if you're traveling, because a lot of times they have popcorn shops. You know, you go in there
Yes,
and they have
yes.
all of these things. You must be in love.
I am. I am. I try to stop as often as I can. And even when I get recommendations, I order them. At one time, my pantry was packed to the top with different types of
Oh,
popcorn. Yeah, true story. So,
wow. Now, have you ever tried the really hot one? Because actually, I was in New Orleans, downtown, somewhere, and they had a popcorn shop, and it was some really, one little kernel, I was choking. I was like,
yeah, they do have some that's pretty spicy. Buffalo.
yeah.
I think that's probably the hottest I've tried is like a
Mhm.
buffalo flavor, jalapeno. Actually, a jalapeno cheddar.
Oh, oh,
And it's really
yeah.
good to me. I don't think it's
Oh,
as
wow.
spicy as they probably that most people may think, but I like
Mm.
spicy foods as well. So the combination works out well for me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. I'm a sweet person, so
That
give me
too.
some caramel corn or something glazed on it. That'll
Yeah,
work for me. I mean, and I try to stay away from the sweets, but I tell you what, it's getting harder and harder. It's a
it
battle.
is. It is. I'm with you. I am with you.
Yes. But I will try more popcorn now that I've talked to you. I'll definitely try more popcorn. Yes.
Good, good.
Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else you would like to share before we close out?
No, just want to thank Swag, her magazine, and your listeners. I really appreciate the time today and the consideration to highlight what the work that I do.
Oh, we have truly enjoyed y'all. Erinika Starworth says, hi, y'all. Hi, Erinika. Thank you for watching us. Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes. We have truly, truly enjoyed every minute of this. It has been more like a conversation than an interview, but I have enjoyed it. I have learned a lot of things, guys. And one thing, if you did not get anything, um, I'm sorry. I don't know what she was saying, one of the listeners. But one thing, guys, if you did not get anything else from this show, learn to be authentic and learn to have faith. And I love those 2 words that you spoke, Dr. Tara. Very powerful, very true, and very real. So, guys, take that if you took nothing else. But visit Dr. Tara's website, www.drtaraspeaks.com. And I am Dr. Tara on all of her social media platforms, guys. You can find her. Don't hesitate. Get out there and visit this lovely lady. You will not regret it, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Tara. This has been an awesome interview, and I hope you guys enjoyed your lunchtime with us because we definitely did. But I guess we'll go get us a little lunch now.
Great. Thank you.
Yes, this has been What's Going On with the amazing, amazing Swagger magazine. And I am Rissa, your favorite Mrs. Louisiana. Thank you guys for tuning in. God bless and take care, guys.